Hello, welcome to another video where I definitely did not just want to record how whimsical my little curl is and how interesting the rest of my hair is. It's gonna be so crunchy. I just keep on being in situations, I guess. It's honestly, mostly I just want to record this because I've been feeling very okay this week. Yeah, there were like a couple of days, couple of nights, not even like, it's more like a couple of hours where I was like, ooh, yeah, my heart is aching because I'm thinking about my ex again. But honestly, right now, for a majority of the part, I'm slowly leaning more towards like, wow, I've been crushing out about the same guy for so long. That's embarrassing. Um, don't want. So like, I think it's also mostly after I see him, because then I'm like, oh, he exists. Like either I make up this entire fake person of him in my head, in my daydreams. I'm like, or I see him in real life. And I'm like, oh my god. So yeah, like right now I'm on Pinterest. I'm seeing like all of the words, of like being sad and stuff. I'm like, oh my god, I want him to miss me. I'm like, yeah, okay, I do. But I was like, come on, we've been over this. I think like it's also see the whole situation right now is actually with a British guy. It's honestly I'm not even really I'm part of the situation, but it's more like I'm a bystander. I'm like, okay, that's I guess happening to me. It's also not that big of a deal for me. Well, I mean, like I'm not the one going through it. That's the British guy, and the girl that he is talking to, I guess. But that's for sooner. Or for later. Jesus Christ. Yeah, like I called with him on Wednesday. I called with him on yesterday, and today it's Monday. And yesterday, I was just like, oh yeah, no, I think I told him and like his best friend because she was also there and like she's so fun. She was so fun. But then I just told him kind of like a whole thing about like me and Max being like, yeah, so me and his new girlfriend actually select each other really similar. And then she was like, where do you stalk? And I was like, well, so Pinterest and like Letterboxd and Goodreads. I didn't tell them that like I also did that to her. I do think I forgot where on which platform she found me. That I was like, damn, I didn't even find you on that. But to be fair, I found her on Goodreads and she couldn't find me on Goodreads even though she tried. But it's impossible to find me on Goodreads, which I find pretty funny. Yeah. So I told him that, and then I was like, oh yeah, so like we've been stalking each other on Pinterest, and then like the British guy was like, now I'm gonna stalk you on Pinterest. I'm gonna make an account to stalk you on Pinterest. But like I put my private on private, so he couldn't even find me. And then I was like, oh wait, I'll open it up to you. And then he found me really quickly, and I was like, yeah, it's not that hard. So then he went through my Pinterest because he was like, why? What did he see? What did she see on your Pinterest when she was crashing out? And I was like, so there's one thing that I called over, which then I needed to translate into like, yeah, like extra, like whatever. And so then he went through that. And like all of those things, they're emotional and they're like hopecore or they're really sad. And he said the things out loud and I was like, oh my god, you're saying like my feelings out loud. This is really cringe. I hate this. It's so cringe. So now I'm like, oh, that's cringe. I don't want to say things to that. It's like, wow. I know it's not really emotional open of me to like look at these things and be like, oh, that's cringe. But also like, if it helps, it helps. If it helps, it helps. So yeah, I've been doing good. Absolutely procrastinating right now. Making my homework for tomorrow. Especially because, well, I want to hang out with my friends tonight at like 8 p.m. It's 2:30. But I do have pizza because I was hungry, so that's why I'm recording this, I guess. But again, eating and doing this is like a terrible idea. But anyways, so British guy was talking to a girl who they're stalking, I guess, who's been his friends, and like they've been on and off flirting whenever they were single. So honestly, like whatever we're also doing, because well, we're not gonna get into an official relationship. And then well, he said to her like, yeah, I'm not talking to anybody else, because well, we were just friends until on Wednesday we flirted in call, because I was like, honestly, I have a feeling that he mostly started it, because we were talking about like when he kissed my friends, and then I was like, I could also just kiss your friends when I'm there in October, because like I'm gonna go there in October because I have the time and I have money, yay. And then he was like, I don't like that actually. And I was like, oh, you don't? Because I actually also don't like it when you kiss my friends. And then I was like, well, we could just like two people could also just kiss, like, and then yeah. So he was the one who did that, and I was like, we're flirting. But then we see like, and then I flirted back, or like I confirmed like we're flirting, and then we just flirted for a night. But also, we both of us could very easily have shut each other down, because we were very vague in the beginning, being like, we're doing this, but also if you don't want to, then like change the topic. Like right now, that's the like we both knew. But also he did not tell me about the girl. I saw the hickeys on his neck. I am a bit of a jealous person, I guess. I do not know if I would have flirted. If, well, to be fair, it was late at night and I love attention, and I was going through it anymore. But so I saw the hickeys, but I mean, I know that he also kind of, sleeps around, so I did not know that she already like wanted to be more exclusive and stuff, and that she wouldn't like this, because I didn't know about her. Otherwise, I would have probably not flirted, because I would have been like, I don't think your girl would like that. But she indeed didn't, obviously. So now she wants that he cuts me off, which he doesn't want to do. Thank you. Because like we're very capable of being just friends, because we did that for honestly like at least like 2 months or something. I don't know. So like that genuinely on Wednesday was the first time we flirted in literal like at least 2 months. So we're very capable of it. And yeah, he also got so much drama. And like, oh my god, British people are so dramatic, and like so much drama. Like here, like I need to Google this word, but specifically the province where I'm from, I guess like sober. We have a very sober like thing of like, yeah, whatever, like nonchalant. So I'm very like down to the earth. So I will not be dramatic about these things. If you met me at 17, ooh, I was terrible. I absolutely would have been like that. But now I'm like, why would I? Let's just calm down. So I'm also one of the few people who is just really chill. So he also likes talking to me about that, because he's just like, yeah, you're just chill. You're like down to earth. I'm like, yeah, that's just what I do. So yeah, he doesn't want to cut me off. Which I think he also told her. Like because that happened on Wednesday, and then they talked twice. I think one time being high, one time being drunk. And on Saturday evening they were drunk and they talked. And then I think she was like, oh yeah, we just need some space and stuff. But then yesterday she was, I think, sending voice messages or something, or just things. And it's not really giving him space. But like we called because he was like, yeah, okay, I do need to talk to you about this, because like I already figured like his responses were a bit more dry, and then he also said like, yeah, so, and like also, well, I looked up a playlist on Spotify, and then he was kind of going through it, so I was like, are you doing alright? And then he was like, oh, you saw that? Yeah, maybe we should talk. And then I was like, yeah, okay, so this does have something to do with me, which I figured. I just didn't know the extent of it. So yeah, then we talked yesterday, but also for majority of it, like his best friend came over. She's so funny. She told me so much tea. I know so much tea now of the last couple of weeks of his friend group. Do we remember all the names? No. Will I remember it? No. There's always shit going down. But now we also follow each other on Instagram. Like me and his best friend. So that's really funny to me. So yeah. But yeah, like towards the end of the call, she was like responding really fast to him, and he was like, I don't like this. She's responding way too fast for me. Ugh. I'm like, yeah, fair, could never be me. She also said like, you deserve better than your friend. Friend in question is me, and I was like, oh, I do not like that. I don't like it when my people say that about my friends and stuff. And I was like, to be fair, I agree to her. You do deserve somebody who's, you know, available in the same country and whatever. But he didn't like that she said that. And he also said like, yeah, like regardless, you're very special with like friends and stuff, and like very so like he gave me a lot of compliments. So nice. And I also was like, oh yeah, you're also special. And I was like, oh, it means a lot because I know you start well saying that. And I'm like, yeah, I do. And I was like, oh. I'm better at writing. But so, we ended the call yesterday around, I would say like 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m. for me. Because I think she wanted to come over to his place. So either they talked in real life or something, or they just talked more over text or like call. So I do not have any updates, which is very, very sad. Because I would actually like to know if he's actually gonna cut me off or not. And if I need to book a hotel in October. Because, well, he doesn't want to, but also he's like, yeah, if I do need to cut you off, then like, maybe later, like, we can reconnect again. And stuff, and like, I said that I was fine with it, but at the same time, it was feeling me like, a little bit like, alright, like, I do get it, because we did flirt, and like, we're very, or like, we were more than friends, but also, like, we never dated. I'm in a completely different country. We're literally just texting, like, I feel like I'm the least threatening person of the entire, like, of all the people that the British guy knows. And also, like, he doesn't really know how long the relationship is gonna last, because also, like, he has never had a relationship for more than 3 months. And right now, how he was yesterday, he was like, oh, I don't really like that she's a lot more invested in it than I am. And just like how they started, because she broke up with her boyfriend, or like they broke up, and then that same night, she went over to British guy's house and they hooked up and stuff, and he didn't know that they broke up that day, that same day, until the day after when he was seeing her ex. So that's also a bit of like, I would not want to start my relationship off like this. Like, but to be fair, also because of my evil ex from when I was 16, if somebody like responds way too fast and is way too obsessive, I'm like, no, thank you. I say this, but also me and my ex dated within 2 weeks of our first date, as in like official exclusive. But we were also just a little bit insane and obsessed. I saw each other in real life a lot. Okay, those 2 weeks felt a lot longer. And also we were in the same intensity, so. Yeah, it's been very interesting. So, see, selfishly, because like that's also the thing, when somebody comes to me in these things and like I have an influence or like I am part of it, like I want to take a more neutral stance. Like I'm not gonna say all of my opinions because like I don't want to sway them into the direction like that would favor me, obviously. Because like, if I would say like, yeah, I don't think she's good for you, which is my true opinion, or like, you know, I think this is like not something that you would want in a relationship, because Jesus Christ, sounds like a mess. You know, because I am the other girl, it will feel a lot more like I'm trying to get him for myself, which is like not what I want to do, or like not the vibe I want to give off. So that's why I always try to like be more of a neutral stance and be like, okay, maybe like you can do these things to like figure things out, or like absolutely talk to your friends who are not involved, so they can give you more unbiased opinion. But you know, I talk to my counsel, and let me pull up the messages. So there's that girlie was a red flag. Because like they aren't dating yet. And high school bestie said that is well, that's a confusing beginning of a potential relationship. I was like, yeah, that's not the greatest start. And my ex, bestie ex, he also said like, yeah, I get that she doesn't like it, but it's so soon to ask him to cut someone up if his life's like way too soon. And like both me and British guy also were like, yeah, we completely get where she's coming from, but also like we do still want to be friends. It's a bit much. So yeah, I don't know, there's not that much updates right now, but yeah, like it's truly a never boring week when you're me. Oh, I have an Instagram DM. Is it from him or is it from the other guy? It's from it's from my friends. I love my friends. I want updates. I'm curious, okay. But yeah, okay, actually I was voicing my opinion what I truthfully want, because like I cannot face that to him, because that would be a little bit, I don't know, like, you know, I'm afraid that that would come over as manipulating. I don't think that's the right word. But what I would want is to us to still be friends. Call occasionally, because it's really nice to call with him, and also like he's a lot more emotionally open. So it's very nice to just be able to talk with that, and yeah, just I don't know, he's very nice. And also like so British, so it's so different from talking to my other friends. And I also just kind of get updates about like staffs and like the place there. And then, so yeah, it's just fun to talk to him. And like we also always end up calling till so late. It doesn't matter what we do, it will be like 2 or 3 a.m. before we stop calling. Of just talking as well. And also, like right now, I do not know how the next couple of months will look like. You know, maybe I'll find somebody new. Probably not. Because he also said like, yeah, you know, you're not ready for a relationship yet. And in my head I was like, well, I think I'm getting there. But then if I actually think about getting to know somebody new, going through the whole dating thing, and I'm like, no, thank you, actually. Actually, no, thank you. I like my independence. You're actually right, yeah. I don't want a relationship. So that would be fun in October. So I'll stay over with him. So we don't have to pay for a hotel. Um, and if we both want, flirt a little bit. Hook up, because the sex was great. And just have fun. Go clubbing with his friends and see all the drama. I'm excited for them. I'm excited for them. His best friend, she also said like, oh yeah, now when you're here, we're just gonna like be sipping, like we're like drinking in a corner and just like looking at everything and like laughing and like being waited. It's like, so I might accidentally just start drama because I'll just laugh at him. I'll just be like, you guys being stupid as hell. For the love of God, stop being so dramatic. Oh, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. But also because he is the only person from England that like I still honestly very much talk to. Like he's the one I talk to the most. And he's also the person who knows the most about how much I kind of didn't like it. Or that it kind of just sucked. He also just wants to make sure that I have a good time when I'm back here. Like he's like quite focused on like, yeah, okay, so when you're here I'm gonna like make you have a great time to like, make up for it. Which is also why I want to go back. So then if I could not see him or anything, it would just be very sad. So yeah. I also still need to talk to my friend that I hooked up with back in March, beginning of March. That I did not talk to a British guy about that because it was like, yeah, we were still a little bit something, and I don't want you to know that I hooked up with my friend. Even though like especially like because back when it was happening, I thought, oh, maybe something more will happen with me and my friend, but now I'm very much realizing like absolutely not. But I need to talk to her because honestly, she has been very not online. Still has a playlist related to me. And well, we're going on vacation together. And I don't want things to be awkward. And I just want us to be okay and good. So I also need to talk to her. And I wanted to do it this week. But then every time when I was like, okay, now I have the time to do it, or like the energy, I would call with a British guy, and then tonight I'm hanging out with my two besties that moved here. So it has to happen before Friday. So I think I'll message her tomorrow. Because also like I don't want to message her today and be like, yeah, so I cannot call today. Because like whenever somebody messages me being like, hey, can we please talk? With like very little context, I begin to stress the fuck out. And I hate it. So I want to have like at least amount of like time in between it. But yeah, hope he's doing alright. Especially because, well, I stopped crashing out. As I said, I'm feeling very okay right now. Obviously still a little bit sad, still a little bit like, But those emotions, like, they'll last for a while, and like, it'll get better. Like, I think now I'm also honestly at the point where it's like, yeah, I could probably get over him with somebody else. Oh my god, British guy. But I also don't want to be in a relationship, so. Because I like my independence too much. And yeah. It might be that tomorrow is the last class that we'll have together, so then afterwards I won't see him again. For a long while. And that'll be really weird. But I'm also excited, because like every single time, right now on Monday, I'm feeling the most okay, because I did not see him. So yeah, who knows, maybe soon I'll stop stalking them. But also it's too fun. I like keeping track of people. Yeah, it's also the last like 2 weeks of my deadlines. So holy shit, I need to do a lot of things. So this was my video this week. Not this week, of today. But hey, at least I'm not crashing out anymore about my ex. And it's actually about drama that, well, I wouldn't say like I'm a cause, he's also a cause. She's just going through it. He's going through it. I'm just curious about what happens next. Because it's a little bit like, okay, either I'm not friends with him anymore, or we are. I just have to wait about what his decision will be. Yeah, it would be sad if we wouldn't be friends anymore. Because I do genuinely like talking to him. And we have like this low committal friendship thing, but you know, it's nice. And like also, oh my god, talking to his best friend, it was so much fun. It had truly made me realize like, wow, if I had been friends with them, well, I would have so much drama in Stoke, but also it would have been a lot more fun. But it's just really hard. He also agreed that it's very hard to make friends in England. So yeah, that's that espresso. Slay Queens. Anyways, okay. Bye!